Thanks for joining me. This is Coffee with Dawood, and thanks for being here. I'm trying to start something about business. I'm not a financial advisor, but these are the lessons I learned in my business. So I'm just trying to pass these lessons to people. I'm not trying to sell you a course. I'm not trying to do anything like that. I'm just giving you my experience free of charge. So you have a choice to listen, you have a choice not to listen. But before anything, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button for more real talk about money, mistakes, and lesson learned. And hit the like button and make sure you comment on this video. So one of the things that in business is very crucial is your cash flow, especially in business like my business. You do need to have lots of cash to stay healthy. What I mean of healthy, to be able to engage and make money, because your customers are not the type that they're going to pay you right away. Some you're going to be able to collect right away. Some you're not going to be able to do that. So it's just varies between customers. If you deal with the corporate accounts, good luck with that. That's another talk about it. Corporate accounts. Corporate accounts are the most difficult and really crazy ones, because corporates, the bigger the company they get, they can force you more than the smaller company. A smaller company, it's easier to deal with, but bigger companies, they always have the power of purchasing and power of everybody's kissing their ass. So one of the way you can borrow money is called MCA, which is Merchant Cash Advance. And I highly tell you guys, do not do that. It is the biggest scam the banking industry has. There are a bunch of shark loan. There are a bunch of people that they have, they're trying to double their money in a matter of 3-4 months. And there are businesses that they fall in this trap, and there we go. That's what happens. So falling a trap of these business loans is the things that you need to watch. One thing is, when you are doing business, you should maybe try to work with customers that you can collect money up front, or maybe 50% up front, 50% off delivery. And you're going to have lots of expenses in business. Let's say, like my business, we offer payment through credit card, and we are getting charged somewhere between 3.5% to 4% in average. So if you take $100,000, $4,000 goes to the credit card processing. There are ways that you can charge this to the customer, but that's the tough part, because then adds to the cost of the business, cost of the invoice, and some customers are not going to use you. So all depends on your business, basically. My experience was that, it's hard to do that. That's just if you want to be competing with other people. I personally, in my business, my competition is my service. So I really don't compete in pricing. I compete in service. And I basically prove the customers that the service you're going to get from me, nobody's going to provide it to you. That's the key. But going back to the money issue is, if you have a good credit, if you have an established business, you can borrow from the banks, which is the best way to do it. You can basically use your credit card, but that's a trap that it's very hard to get out of it, like I had a case on myself. Basically, I used to have this Capital One a credit card with a $25,000 limit prior to the pandemic, and then they would let me go up to $80,000. So when the things got slow, I was able to charge on that credit card, and I got in a bad shape on that one. Thank God I'm done with that one, so it's over. But I do have other stuff, so I'm not going to discuss those at this time. Maybe someday. So stay away from MCA. Do not get under trap of these people. These are scumbags. Absolutely scumbag. They are the worst people to do business. They are the worst people to deal with. I mean, I absolutely hate every single MCA company. I don't give a shit who they are. I seriously don't give a shit about them. They're bad people. They're bad. I mean, they are a bunch of bloodsuckers. And they have these brokers that mainly the young kids that, they've seen this social media and they're trying to make some money. So they're going to screw you one way or another. So don't get involved in that. But get a bank loan. You get a bank loan, 7-8%, you're still safe. But the first thing to do is try to get this financing done through your own customers, which means have them to pay you 50% up front and 50% upon delivery. There are so many ways in business you can make money and lose money. But the biggest one is actually this financial part of it, which is the banking part of it. And we all need banks. We all need to use the banks, My biggest problem, my recommendation to anyone who's a small business, try to save and buy your own building and try not to use credit card as much as possible. Don't get into trap of the mileage. Listen to Dave Ramsey, You don't need to get into the trap of a mileage deal that, you're going to get a mileage and travel with your mileage. Mileage doesn't give you shit, They screw you some other way. So listen to you. Do not use MCA. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button. I do appreciate that. And have a good day.